you all. And then the last bit I will do is to show my slides, making sure. Can you see my slides, please? Can you see my slides?
Yes,
Yes, Prof, we can see it.
we can see it.
So we are on the platform of Prestige Croissant Consulting Firm, our practice. And they've started this executive diploma in sustainability, leadership, and corporate responsibility. They started this program since Monday. I released my apology for not being able to deliver since Monday for one or two reasons. And today is our first section, which I decided to use Y.Y.C.I International Academic Platform to deliver my message. And also, I promise for the rest of the week to send the video so that we can continue learning on this platform. So I want to say thank you so much to Dr. Lonson Tom, the founder of Prestige Croissant Consulting Firm, PCCF, and the organizers of this 5 days online diploma training. I want to seize this opportunity to thank you for the opportunity again given to me to share my inspirational nugget of wisdom on executive diploma in sustainability, leadership, and corporate responsibility. And also express my gratitude to all our great learners on this platform. We do not take your time for granted, and we know that we want to trust men as much as possible, and you'll be able to implement it or apply it to your leadership, especially when we talk of sustainability. Okay, so I'm Dr. Elizabeth Lucas, bachelor degree I own in business and management, and also so many honorary that I've gained for myself, so that I'll be able to perform well on several platforms or organizations or institutions. I'm an inspirational speaker, a leader, transformational leader. I inspire others to do their best, to be the best, and also to stand out and increase their credibility. I'm also a mentor, because it's one thing to inspire somebody to do something. While they start whatever they want to start, they need somebody to help them, to support them, to mentor them, to guide them, to monitor. And that's my society. I'm also an author of many books, and I've also encouraged many to be a co-author of books in our organization. So these are all the books. I won't dwell too much on that. So welcome once again for being with me on this platform. I specifically want to say thank you, Dr. Lonson, for giving us opportunities to collaborate or for me to share on this platform. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much, sir. On my side, for the rest of the week, today is Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I'll be sharing on Executive Diploma in Sustainability, Leadership, and Corporate Responsibility, because we are all leaders on this platform. We'll be talking about leading and managing for sustainable future, the sustainability journey, and also the best practice learning from others. But you might not hear me sharing it accordingly, as I've stated it here, because I am coming from the angle of an inspirational leader, and I'll be sharing on the platform of inspirational nugget of wisdom. So all what you will hear today is on nuggets of wisdom concerning this that particular topic. Okay, so let's move on to the first video. I hope I'm recording now. Good. So the first one I'll be sharing with you today will be leading and managing for sustainable future. I might be very fast. I might not even finish my slides, but I can guarantee you for the rest of the week, you will get my videos and they will definitely play it on the platform. So I can assure you that I will complete my course by Friday. Okay, so far I'll be sharing on what is sustainability, the key competency and behavior of sustainable leaders, the business case for sustainability, and what this all means for your own organization. So let's start with sustainability. This course is designed around 6 intercontinental learning outcomes. Changing global context, the case for a radical shift from current system and the role of business, a sustainable future and the potential synergies and tension in achieving it. That is why we are here on this platform. Potential levers, leverage, points, and pathway to achieve change both within and beyond organization to achieve sustainability. Personal and collective leadership and effective action as an agent of change. Sustainability insight, knowledge, and research for specific context. Communication and engagement individually, collectively, to advance the sustainability agenda. So these are the courses that these are the areas that I want to cover. I might not be picking it up, like I said, I have my own style of sharing my nugget of wisdom. So as we continue, what does sustainability mean? Sustainability is the ability to meet current, if I'll be permitted, I would rather prefer not to share the slides so I can see how we are really studying together. I want to see faces instead of slides. So permit me to continue like that. Okay, so before I move on, I want to acknowledge one of our leaders on this platform, Her Excellency Ambassador Agnes Fortune Lakanon, the Ambassador at Large from Liberia. You are welcome, ma'am. Okay, let me continue. Sustainability is the ability to meet current needs without hindering the ability to meet the needs of future generations in terms of economy, environmental, and social challenge. If I ask all my scholars on this channel, on this platform now, if I ask them what they mean in their own simple way, sustainability. Let me start from Dr. Lonson. Can you just, in your own way, one line, what do you mean by sustainability? Because I know that that word is so powerful, it's so common, and it's so very, very important that we talk about it and we understand it better in order for us to apply it in whatever we're doing in our organization and also contributing to the society. Dr. Lonson, in a simple words, one line, what is sustainability? Okay. I believe the connection might be disturbing some of you. Let me mention this in case we all have problem and we don't want to mistop anything. Sustainability is the ability to meet needs, current needs, ability to meet it without hindering the ability to meet the needs of the future generations in terms of economic, environmental, and social challenges. To me, in simple words, sustainability is just the system you are adopting to your organization or your event or your activities or your performance that will sustain you for the future. Simple as that. So we're talking about social responsibility is a commitment by a business to act ethically and create benefit for the workforce, the local community, and society. So it is also part of sustainability. If you can remember, if you are aware of UN, United Nations, they've set a goal, and that goal is on sustainable development goals, that they want all the NGOs, including the other organizations, to meet or to achieve corporately before 2030. That is what it's about. So they have set a goal for that. And they have various ways, 17 SCG that they need us all to cover. So that means we are not really new to that topic of sustainability, if I may put it that way. In the broad sense, sustainability refers to the ability to maintain or support a process continuously over time. In business and policy context, sustainability seeks to prevent the depletion of natural or physical resources, and so that they will remain available for the business, for whatever you are doing right now, for your organization in a long term. I just finished discussing with one of the leaders about their organization, and I was trying to explain to this person is that don't look at now. Plan for the next 5 years, next 10 years, what you want your organization to look at and to look like. Don't think of what you are gaining now, but look at what it will sustain your organization. And I was telling him, that person this morning, that one of the reasons why business fail within 1 year and 4 years or 5 years is because they focus on now. They focus on the profit of now. They focus on what they want to gain now. They focus on the environment or the activities or the atmosphere that is around their organization. And when you focus on that and there is no future plans, then you are putting your organization at risk. So that is why sustainability is very important. And I want to appreciate Dr. Lonson that have brought this topic to us for us to reason together, because I believe that some of our leaders on this platform, they either have their own institute, they have their own organization, they have their own NGO, they also have some events that they are partaking in, or they even have a key position as a director or as an advisory board member and a member of the trustee. So these are the things that they need to focus on about the long term. So if you are talking about sustainability, you are also talking about the long term, the position you want to place your organization for the next 5 years or 10 years. Sustainability. Sustainable practices support ecological, human, and economic health and vitality, which we're going to discuss more about that in details. Sustainability presumes that resources are finite and should be used conservatively and wisely with a view to long-term priorities and consequences of the ways in which resources are used. So now that we're talking about this sustainability, I hope we've understand it to, I hope you have understand it in that way. Even though I was waiting, I was expecting Dr. Lawson to help me out because I don't know it all. I'm also learning. But sometimes probably the connectivity might hinder him a little bit, but it could be. All right, I think it
Your
can.
Excellency, can
Yes.
I? The line is breaking, but let me just quickly do something.
Yeah.
Yeah, sustainability is the ability to be maintained at a certain rate or level. That's a very simple
Sim-
definition of sustainability.
Absolutely. Very, very important. And I really love the way you said it. Because I might be calling you regularly. You know, you are not going to push me alone into the den of lion den. So I might be I'm
We are
sharing.
clear.
Yes, I'm sharing, but I still want others because listen, learning is by listening and also sharing. Okay.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
sometimes I might call Honorable Francis to say something. I might call Emma to say something. So be alert because we are learning together. Okay, so thank you so much, Dr. Lonson. And we need to continue because we are timing ourselves. So what are the 5 elements of sustainability? What are the 5 elements? Welcome. We welcome you, Okochukwu Uzeri. Welcome. So what are the 5 elements of sustainability that you can think of? So I'm going to call on Mr. Francis, if you have any that you want to say. That's why I'm not sharing my slides so that we can make it more discussion, more, I don't know the words to use at the moment. So Mr. Francis, can you just tell us one or two of elements of sustainability? What are we looking at when we are talking about sustainability? Which area do you know that we need to maintain, like Dr. Lonson have said? Which areas, sir? Mr. Francis, have I mentioned that name correct? Okay, Mr. Francis Asim. Can you hear me, sir? Okay, I will be waiting for you because I will still come back to call you. Can I call on Ambassador Agnes? Can you give me one or two elements of sustainability?
Like you say, sustainability is the ability to maintain, and I always say consistency
Yeah.
in setting goals according to the economy, because it is very difficult to stay at one place. So you have to be consistent in what you're doing and acquire knowledge and keep up with the flow, because things are changing.
Okay.
So we have to be able to sustain as the changes come.
Yeah. Which is very important. We need to be consistent, and we also need to make sure that we do not give up and we do not leave the core, but we keep doing it and we keep carrying on and we don't stop. That is a simple way. Thank you so much, ma'am.
In addition, Your Excellency.
Yes, sir.
Okay. We have many types of sustainability elements, but I want to be specific on these 4 areas.
Okay.
The term sustainability is broadly used to indicate programs, initiatives, and actions aimed at the preservation of a particular resources. However, it actually refers to 4 distinct areas. Number 1, human, social, economic, and environmental.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. You just read my notes. Even though I'm not showing it. That is why I want Dr. Lonson to be contributing, and everyone, Ambassador Agnes. We've said it all. That's what I was expecting, even though Ambassador Agnes gave us a very, very important point, which we need to bear in mind with that. Is very important. So yes, the 5 elements, you've mentioned 4. I will add one more to it, sir, and that is cultural. Human, social, environmental, and cultural. It could be more than that, but I've limited to 5 elements. So thank you for your contribution. Okay, so let's start with the first one that Dr. Lawson just mentioned, human sustainability. Aims to maintain and improve the human capital in society. Investment in the health and education system, access to services, nutrition, knowledge, and skills are all programs under this umbrella of human sustainability. And I want to believe that it's very, very important we start from there. Because if the human is not sorted out, then other things will not be sorted. Any other things cannot operate. I'll tell you why. We are all human beings to contribute to this sustainability. Yes, the machine, the technology will do their own part, but it's still the human being that will control the machine. So that is say that we are very important, and we are very important in the process of sustainability. Human being needs to be sorted out. All our needs, then investment in health, because health is wealth. So when we are in good order, then we'll be able to function well. We'll be able to perform well. And then education system. There are so many of us that are ignorant of one thing or the other. But when we keep learning and we keep educating ourselves, and also the government be able, or the leader, the government or management, if we can call them, they can contribute for us all to have access to education. Because if one person is educated in the midst of a big village, it's of no use. But if one person is educated and is willingness to provide, provide opportunity for others in the village to be educated, then things will work well. Access to services. What kind of services are being hindered from the people? That is where we will get something like infrastructure. Let me quickly come up to say something. It's one thing to establish a system. It's one thing to construct a road or any other infrastructure. But for sustainability, you need to be thinking of maintenance. And I think, I'm sorry to say, we Africans, we lack of that. And that is why we build a very fanciful, very beautiful, very, very good road. And then within 2 years, the road has collapsed. Take, for instance, I came to Nigeria in 2006, and there's one road between Lagos and Abeokuta, if you are aware of that. The road was so smooth. Within a short period, we traveled and we got to Abeokuta within a short period. Fast forward to 2022, when I came to Nigeria, the same road to travel with, it was impossible. Why? Because the road has been damaged. So that is why the leaders need to have this mind of sustainability. And one of it is to maintain what you have. You can build a bridge, very beautiful bridge, but if it's not being maintained, then it will just be loss of money, isn't it? And that is what some of our leaders need to be thinking of. Maintenance. Here in UK, there is one particular bridge that they built, when was that? About 20 years ago. Every year, in fact, twice a year, they block that road to maintain it. And every one of us are benefiting from it. So that is the services, that is one of the infrastructure that we need to look at as a leader. Nutrition, knowledge, very important. Nutrition and knowledge. You hear me correctly when I always say that you need to keep learning. Because when you keep learning, you keep understanding some stuff. and you keep upgrading your knowledge. What we've known 10 years ago might not be suitable for this time. So that is also part of the system. And then nutrition. Nutrition will base on how you are taking care of yourself, your body. It might be some things that you don't need to continue eating. It might not good for your health. So maybe you need to change your diet. You need to change yourself. And also for leaders to make it available for everyone to eat, to have a good meal, to make sure that we have enough. It's not enough to have enough food, but to have a good food that will nourish our body. So when we are talking about human sustainability, we also have to bear in mind with all this. Human sustainability encompasses the development of skills and human capacity to support the functions and sustainability of the organization to promote the well-being of community and society. As a leader and as a manager, you also need to bear in mind of others that you are working with or they are working under you, the employees and the members of the team. I think early this year, Dr. Lonson organized that leadership and management diploma training. And I think I also involved in that, where we were talking about how to work with the team, how we can work with others. As a leader, how you lead the people or the team to achieve the goals. So if you've missed that, then you can contact Dr. Lonson and he'll be able to reorganize or redirect you to the resources they've already got. So then the other one is social sustainability. It means to provide future generations to acknowledge that what we do can have an impact on others and on the world. Social sustainability focuses on maintaining and improving social quality with concepts such as cohesion, reciprocity, and honesty, and the importance of relationship among people. It can be encouraged and supported by laws, informations, and shared ideas of equality and rights, and even diversity, equal opportunities, equality, and many more. Social sustainability incorporates the idea of sustainable development as defined by the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. Now, I said that right from the beginning. So this is what they focus on. We focus on humanity. We focus on people in a various sector. I mean, we're focusing on children, the youth, the women, the adults. How can we make them feel free? How can they live a peaceful life? How can we improve in our environment? How can we make sure that there's surplus of resources like water, food, and other, and even education? So these are the goals. They have 17 goals. And I know some of you already know those goals. Maybe I should just involve you again. Let me call on Ambassador Uzere to give me 2 sustainable development goals of UN so that you will know what we're talking about. Ambassador Uzere, are you here with me? Ambassador Christian,
Yes,
can you give me
yes, yes, yes.
2 SCG, please?
Okay. One is zero poverty, zero poverty, zero hunger. And then 2, inequality.
Thank you so much. I also would like Ambassador Daniel Colley to give me another 2 SDG that the UN and all the organizations are focusing on to meet that goals in 2030. Ambassador Daniel, if Ambassador Daniel could not respond at the moment, can I call on Sister Gloria or Glory, if I'm right? That is more reason why I want people to open their my camera, because I don't know who is he or she. Okay. All right, let me just continue. I know under that umbrella, we have equality, we have quality education, we have climate change, we have this the below the earth, above the earth, and even within the earth. We have all that. We also have food, agriculture, like my brother have said, and many, many more. So this all falls on the social sustainability. How do we maintain it? But before we can maintain it, we need to establish it. Because as I'm talking to you right now, all over the world, there is crisis. There is food shortage. The environment is not good enough. We are not living peacefully, not even free in some country to move around. People are being treated. They don't, people are being abused. I mean, there is no equality. People could not exercise their rights, their human rights. So we still have a lot of jobs to do. So when we establish that, then we can maintain it. So that means it's two works that we have to do before 2030, according to UN. Okay. So that is social sustainability. I'm telling you, I've come in the area of inspiring you to look at all these things and to take some actions. I'm not really a good teacher like Dr. Lansing. I'm only trying my best to just enlighten you more on this program. Then the next one is economic sustainability. And this aims to maintain the capital intact. If social sustainability focuses on improving social equality, economic sustainability aims to improve the standard of living. In the context of business, it refers to the efficient use of assets to maintain company profitability over time. As stated by the UK government, Annual Report 2000, January 2001, maintaining high and stable level of economic growth is for one of the key objectives of sustainable development. Abandoning economic growth is not an option, but sustainable development is more than just economic growth. So the quality of growth matter as well as the quality, as well as the quantity. Remember, I said right from the beginning that, okay, people still want me to share the slides. But if I share the slides, then you'll be reading the slides instead of you listening to me. So, sorry. And you are not even opening the camera. You want me to share the slides so that you just be reading at the background, but you are not even opening your camera for me to see your face. How does it work? So, like I was saying before, one of the key points, one of the strengths of UK is maintenance. And because they know how to maintain their structures, their infrastructures, their services and other things, it makes it more comfortable for every one of us to enjoy. You get me right? And then to maintain might be more costly than when you first established or constructed it. But if you don't maintain something like road, for example, if you don't maintain it, yes, it can be costly than when you first constructed the road. But if you don't maintain it, guess what? If that road damage, what do you think will happen? It will be more costlier. Let's, for example, you spend maybe 20 grand to construct the road beautifully for everyone to use. And then you keep maintaining it. Let's say you've used 20 grand for that. Then probably you've used 50 grand. Why? Because you've used the road. It's not new anymore. So it needs to be maintained. So that is why it will be costly. And you can use about 50 grand to maintain that road or that bridge. But guess what? If the bridge broke down today and it's of no use anymore, what do you think will happen? I want somebody to answer that. Dr. Lonsing, what will happen to that that has not been made?
There will be a lot of potholes. And there will be a lot of potholes, and it also will impact on the life of the people.
Exactly.
The life of the citizens too. Because accident, when you have bad roads, you have a lot of accident going on, and life is also lost in that process. So it's a process of a sequence of events based on the neglection of the maintenance of the road. That's my own.
Thank you so much, sir. I really like that. I will give you an example. I came to Nigeria in 2022, 2 years ago or so. And there's one particular road that I always go through between Akure and Ekiti, Ado Ekiti, okay? So because they didn't maintain that road, so the road was right off. That means it's unusable, and I mean, it's not used anymore for some time. And that is the road that before I can travel from Akure to Ado Ekiti within an hour. But now the road is not used because the bridge has been broken down. Guess what? The same place where the bad road was, like my brother just said, there will be a lot of things happening. And let me have also add to it. I even heard that during that time of my visit, the Boko Haram or S-Men or one of the two, they were operating in that area because they know that people will still be passing through and traveling through that road, even though it's as bad as that, but then it will slow them down. And while the vehicle is being slowed down, you can see that the S-Men or the Boko Haram or the kidnappers will take that for advantage to be kidnapping people. Because, I mean, we've given them the opportunity. So that's more the reason why it is so important that we maintain what we've built. I'm just using that because that's my own experience. Later, when they want to now reconstruction or to rebuild that road, guess how much will cost them? Close to 100,000. So you can see where I'm coming from. You constructed the road at 20,000. You maintain the road 50,000. And now you have to build it all over again because it has been damaged. The bridge is broken down and they now have to use close to 100,000. Tell me, which one will you prefer as a leader to work on? Tell me. I want Cecilia Opa to respond to that. They have a long way to go, so please, I want you to really respond to me quickly because I'm not teaching. We are reasoning together. So Cecilia Okra, are you there? Alonso Bility, are you there? Okay, Christine Uzeri, are you there? All right, so that is more reason why we need to open our cameras to know who is really listening to me, because some people might be on the background and doing something else. I do appreciate that some of you have to be in the office, some of you have to be in the class or doing something. So, okay, Adama Sheriff, Can you respond to what I just said? Which one will you prefer? Building the road, maintaining the road, and rebuilding the road? Which one would think a good leader should be focusing on, or a sustainable leader?
Yeah. Hello.
Hello, I'm listening.
Yeah, I prefer as a leader, you already have the road made. So it's preferable to maintain the road because other people may use that road for other activities to do business transaction, schools across the road. So if you maintain that road, it will help the citizens to get access to that road anytime in any moment. But if the road is not repaired and all of a sudden it got into damage, like the road broken, it will cause a lot of incidents happening around that area.
It will
So I
cause
prefer
incident.
it.
And also, we are talking about the economic sustainability. It will affect
Yeah,
the environment, it will affect the people around. It will also affect the economy of the country
sure.
because you can't move around. You are limited
Mm-hmm.
and you
Yeah,
can't carry, because not everybody will have what do you call that thing now? Not everybody will have Jeep. Not everybody will have the big van. Not everybody will have
sure.
jet to carry on with their own business. So we are talking about the natural, we are talking about both the low business owner and also the small business owner and also the corporate, the big corporate and other things. So it will affect.
It will
So
affect the economy.
that's more reason why maintenance is very good to focus on. Thank you so much for contributing to that. I believe we all are understanding what we are sharing on this. Then the next one is environmental sustainability. Environmental sustainability aims to improve human welfare through the protection of natural capital. So there we are talking about the land, the air, the water, and the minerals, and many more. So initiatives and programs are defined environmentally sustainable when they ensure that the needs of the population are met without the risk of compromising the needs of future generations. If the place is safe, you can operate, you can do your business. Let's take, for instance, when we're talking about the farmers, the farmers and others. I learned for the past 5 years that even the farmers could not perform well in Nigeria. Why? Because of these kidnappers, the Boko Haram, and the herdsmen. So if the leader can think of how can we improve and protect our people so that they can do their business. Everybody is saying there's shortage of food. The producers were not able to produce the way they used to. So have we thought about that? So if you are going to be thinking about food scarcity, then you need to make sure that the farmers, the agriculturists, they are in a better position to do their work. And that will maintain that area. There was a time many years ago, I lived in Nigeria before. There was a time many years ago, we eat, and we also waste. And even sometimes we eat the food, we also use the same food we are eating to reproduce ourselves. But now, people cannot even have 2 square meals a day. So how do they want to function well? So that is another one. Then we're talking about air or even water, shortage of water. Water is the key point there. Imagine if you don't have water at all. You can't survive. We use water for everything. And even the land, just like we have said before. So that is why we leaders, we sustainability leaders, need to start thinking about that. We have a Thames River here in UK. In fact, I can even tell you that everyone depends on that Thames River. That's the biggest one in UK, especially in London, England. So imagine if that thing is not being maintained, taken care of. Imagine being short of water because you use water for everything. So that is why we need to have the idea of how can I contribute as a sustainability leader? How can I contribute for us to maintain our environment? If the environment is good, then everybody, including our children, will be free. If they don't drink enough water, a pure good water, you understand what is going to happen. It will affect their development. It will affect their mind. It will affect even their upbringing, their welfare. Not to talk of adults and the youth. Environmental sustainability are described by Duffin, Beffinets, Griffin, and Sutton, 2000. The places emphasize on how business can achieve positive economic outcome without being any harm in the short or long term to the environment. I mean, take for instance, for the real estate, I know we just finished the real estate program recently. Imagine if they don't really take good care of their business properly, and they just want to establish their building, their buildings, their estates. They just want to construct it anyhow without thoroughly, investigating it, making sure that it's a good solid, making sure that whatever we want to build is not affecting the air, it's not affecting the river, the water, it's not affecting other things. So they need to do thorough investigation and research more about the land that they want to use for their estate. Because yes, they might say that, oh yes, there's a land, they want to build their estate, they want to make money and other things like that. Have you thought of people living around that place already? Have you thought of the resources, the natural resources that is surrounding where you really want to build your estate? Are you thinking of others? Because I've come to a stage where we've seen that a lot of things has happened. We've seen buildings collapsing. We've seen rivers being caged, like we've moved the rivers and we just do any other thing, and the rivers was not able to flow like before. And where we are talking about shortage of water, shortage of this, we're talking about all these kinds of diseases flying all over the place because the environment is not clean enough. The environment has been polluted. So that's why we need to start thinking. So when you are building your estate, you also need to be thinking of 5 years, 10 years. How does it affect the environment? How does it affect people? And how can you improve it and avoid any other things that can affect others? 2000, an environmentally sustainable business seeks to integrate all 4 sustainable pillars: the human, the economy, the social, and also the 4th one, which an environment. And to reach the aim, each one needs to be treated equally. So the principle of the 5, I mentioned culture, but I will give you an assignment for you to go and think about the culture side of it. And because it's new to us, but we'll continue. And if I can touch on that, I will touch on that, because I really want to go into the leadership side, because that is where I really want to go. The principle of the 5 pillars of sustainable states that for complete sustainability problems to be solved in relations to all 5 pillars of sustainability, they need to be maintained. Remember, I keep saying maintained, 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 because that is the key word. If you want to survive, you need to maintain what you have. If you want to survive your organization, then you need to start thinking ahead of what you have now. You need to start thinking of ahead of what you are performing now, your operation now. You need to be thinking about the long term, 5 years, 10 years. Where which position do you want to find your business? Because if you are using your business to affect other fellows, I can guarantee you that you won't be last in that industry. So businesses need to make a strategic decision about it so as to effectively incorporate the chosen approach into their policy and procedures. Let me quickly share with you, I think Ambassador Agnes mentioned one of them earlier on, but let me quickly share with you the 4 A's of sustainability. Possible mentioned are classified among the 4 A's of sustainability, sustainable logistic by Marchant, 2014. The 4 P's or 4 A's. Let's start with A's. Awareness. You need to be aware of what that is why you are on this platform. That is why we are learning. It's not only just about the certificate, it's about learning and getting the awareness of it, so that when you are operating or performing, even making your business, you will be aware of all this, so that you will know the decision to take, you will know how to plan your goals, you will know the strategy to use. That is why we're bringing this sustainability. So you need to know awareness. You need to also know how to avoid some things, like the the examples we've all made on this platform now. How can you avoid that? How can I avoid affecting the rivers to flow? How can we avoid, people not being treated badly or not giving them the services they required and maintaining it? How can we avoid? And then acting and shifting our mindset. Because sometimes we might be operating on the fixed mindset that you've been used, or the policy that has been established for many years ago. Maybe you need to upgrade your mind and gain more information to shift from fixed mindset, from already policy that has been there that is not working anymore, and shift our mindset to growth mindset. And then anticipation. If you really want to be a sustainable leader, you need to be anticipated, to be able to contribute, to be able to lay an emphasis, to be able to add value, to be able to do something that for the next 10 or 20 years, people will still talk about it and people will still benefit from it. Remember, I said something. To have a business or organization is for you to solve a problem. But what you don't want to solve problems by creating another problem. That is the more reason why it is so important that we get it right from the beginning. So what are the 5 P's again of sustainability? When we are focusing on the SDG 17, like others have helped me to mention some of them, what really are we focusing on? The 5 P's. I don't know who is on this platform that I can call, because I don't want to call somebody and they are not here. Let me try. Mr. Joseph, are you still here with me? Can you
Yes,
mention?
I'm with you.
Okay. Can you mention 2 P's of sustainability? What are we focusing on when we are talking about how can we sustain our organization, our business, and other things? What what is in our minds? Who are the people, or who
I
are
think
what is
what the five P's you're talking about, if I understand, has to do with the people, the planet, the prosperity, the
Thank you.
peace, and the partnerships with your fellow.
Amazing, amazing. You've mentioned it all. You've mentioned it all. Thank you so much. Because we
Thank
need to focus on these 5 P's if we really want to become an effective sustainability leader. Because who are you solving problems with? What are you solving problems on? So that is why people, planet, prosperity, peace, and partnership are very important. Because these are the intertwined framework instead of group or solo goals. So you have to have this in mind when you are doing your business, or when you are acting on behalf of an organization, or you are the director or the trustee, or even the president of an organization. So you need to do even your own business. So these are the things that I believe that the United Nations are focusing on when they are mentioning 17 SDG. These are the platform that you need to work on: partnership, peace, prosperity, planet, and people. If I might ask Dr. Lawson to emphasize, how does people and peace contribute to this SDG? Dr. Lawson. Okay, I believe it's the connectivity. But let me just say to you that, yes, we focus on people, because people are the people that need to enjoy the facilities, the services, even the organization. Before you start any organization, before you start any business, the first person that you need to have in mind is your customers, your clients, people, the society, the community, because they are the one to benefit on the problem that you are being solved, that you are solving. Then the planet Earth. Oh yes, everything that is going on around us, the environment. So people need to enjoy what you are contributing to that environment. Prosperity, yes, because if you are prosperous, if you have enough money, if you are blessed, then you should be able to help others. You can donate, you can sponsor, and you can even contribute to the policy that is being used to release funds from the government to support others, support our children, support the projects that will help others. Then when we're talking of peace, you cannot operate or perform if you don't have peace of mind. And we need to create that peace. If there's no peace, there's no way we can work together or partner together or collaborate together to achieve a goal. So you need to have peace among us. Because when you have peace and you understand one another, you understand the culture, you understand that we are all different, you understand that no one is perfect, and you understand that you need to embrace imperfection, you need to embrace diversity, you need to embrace other people's religion, other people's tradition, then we can work peacefully and achieve the goals together. Then the next one is 5 C's of sustainability. We have consciousness. You need to be conscious. Conservation, community, commerce, and culture. The time is gone and we will not be able They are deep intercontinental. One cannot have optimal impact when one of the balance with this and another. And they frame the holistic and harmonious approach to all that we do. Very important. Then we have 7 R's of sustainability. Now that we are on this planet, I believe Dr. Lonson will always reminded us that it's not about the diploma certificate alone. That one is just an evidence that you attained or you attempt or you join this you join this program. But what will really bring you out of this, that make you to stand out, is when you apply what you've learned. And for you to take actions, that is why I need to just share these 7 R's. You want to contribute to the sustainability, isn't it? You want to contribute to the sustainable development goals, isn't it? You want to contribute to the society's wealth and economy, isn't it? You want to contribute to the environment where every other person can enjoy freely. You want to contribute to the social? Then, in my own side, I might say, change your mindset or renew your mindset. Simple as that. Because if you don't renew your mindset, don't expect transformation and don't expect change. But as a leader on this platform, I believe the main reason why you come to this platform to learn is because you want to make a change, because you are a change maker. So these 7 R's is very important. You can apply it to any other sustainable development goals of 17 goals, or apply it as a sustainability leader. So I will just share with you. I'm not going to elaborate it because the time is gone. Number 1, rethink. You need to rethink. Whatever you are thinking before might not be useful or it might not be resourceful for you anymore. So you need to rethink now after this platform. Whatever they've taught you on this platform, on this program, since Monday till today, and even for the rest of the day, you need to be rethinking. Rethinking in another way is for you to renew your mindset, your mind. And then for you to renew your mindset, you need to be growing your mindset for the right and updated information. So you need to be rethinking, because what you think is who you are. As a man thinks, so is he. So what you are thinking will contribute to the society and contribute to the environment, contribute to the social, contribute to the human, contribute to the culture and environment. So what are you thinking? Most of their thinking also must be positive. You need to know that, yes, it has happened. It's the fact. This thing looks like it's not working. Yes. But you can now say, yes, it's not working, but I can do some in my own way, contribute to the growth of the economy. So you need to start rethinking. And it will only based on what is in your mindset. The next one as well. Every one of us, we have a lifestyle. Majority of us has the lifestyle of wasting. Buy food, even the superstore are not helping, especially in the Western world. Because they knew that people cannot finish that milk. And they are bringing that idea of buy one milk and get the other one free. What does that mean? You buy one, you waste the other. Or bread, or other things. Whereas in another world, they don't even know what is milk, nor bread. Because they don't have any to eat. And here we are, we eat and then we botch, and then we eat and then we waste. So we need to refuse to do that. We have to build our lifestyle as a leader. The other one is reduce. There are a lot of things that we can reduce so that we can give others chance to benefit from the services. Reuse as well. For some time now, the UK has developed the system of, instead of you littering the whole place with supermarket bags, we reuse it. And when they know that some people will not cope the habit of reusing the bags, they now encourage the supermarket to start charging. So imagine you went to the store to buy your grocery and you have to be paying for the bag. You're paying for the bag. So that forced us to be reusing the bag that we've bought. Then repair. Not everything that is not good that we have to throw away. You can repair them. And you can recycle them as well. We have recycled bags and bins and everywhere. So these are the 7 R's of sustainability, where you can sustain what you have, the wealth you have, the resources you have, and still maintain it. So let's come out of all these 7 keys of this and that. Let's just talk about 7 steps to sustainability. Understand the basics. Like I think as an inspirational nugget, as an inspirational speaker, I can only come here to share with you the basic. The Professor Dr. Lonson and others on this platform will be able to give you the intermediary, the advance of what I'm talking about. My own is just to plant the seed. My own is just to water it. But if you want to grow more, you want to know more, then join this program on WhatsApp or any other platform that PCCF is using. So, what net zero means and why is it matter? Find out everything you need to know about. Involve your team so that you don't know it all. Because sometimes if you don't involve them, they won't understand why you are taking this action, why you are making that decision. But when you involve them, then they will get better understanding and they'll be able to perform well. Make the SME climate commitment. So you can need to know more about that. Make a plan, take action, find finance and support. Look beyond your business. Because the business you started today is just the baby. You need to nurture it to grow. So while you are nurturing it to grow, you have to look outside the box, see opportunities, see challenges, and then find a way to borrow other people's vessel to boost your business and organization. That is the way to sustain. You don't walk alone. Like I always say, a tree cannot be a forest, and no one can have a business alone. You have the idea, yes. You have the vision, yes. But how are you going to maintain it for the next 5 to 6, 10 years so that it's not collapse? The statistics shows that every business that is not maintained or sustained properly fold up before 5 years of their operation. You don't want your business, your organization to be like that. So that is why while you are starting and having a vision and setting up your goals, your objectives, your missions, you also need to see outside the box. How do you see outside the box? Number 1, you need to network with others. You need to collaborate with others. You need to partner with others. You need to upgrade your knowledge. You need to also learn from your own mistakes, because why? Every business person starts with try and error. No matter your laboratory business plans, no matter the funding that is available to you, no matter people that are working with you, every one of us will start with try and error. So there will be a lot of times when we will fall. There will be a lot of times when we will fail. There will be a lot of times when we will make so many mistakes. But guess what? When we evaluate all this, we can learn a lot from that mistakes. And then we can find a solution of how we can improve ourselves. So as a sustainability leader, that is the key word. You always have to find a way of overcoming or rising above every obstacles and challenges that comes your way as a leader, even as the leader of your organization or other people's organization that you work with. So you need to see beyond. A great leader will see beyond. That is the difference between a leader and a manager. I won't be able to share that here because we have already covered all those ones since the beginning of this year, 2024. If you want to know about it, you can research or you can research and learn more. So in conclusion of that, human, social, environmental, economic, and cultural sustainability can be applied to our everyday lives in a variety of ways. To practice social sustainability, we can prioritize inclusivity and community empowerment by engaging with our neighbors, volunteering for local causes, and supporting small businesses that are close to us. For environmental sustainability, we can make conscious choices about the products we consume and the energy we use, opting for reusable bags, water bottles, and utensils, and minimize our carbon footprint. Looking at economic sustainability, we can prioritize long-term planning and avoid living beyond our means by creating a budget, saving money, and investing in sustainable goods and services. Finally, to practice cultural sustainability, we can be open-minded and respectful towards different cultures, beliefs, and practices by learning about them, engaging in dialogue, and promoting diversity and inclusivity. By incorporating these principles into our daily lives, in our business, in our organization, we can help create a sustainable future for ourselves and also for future generations. So to learn more about the different areas of sustainability and environmentalism and others, you need to check out, because that is what a good learner will do. You don't depend on the little we share on this platform for 1 hour. You need to explore, you need to research, you need to study and gain better understanding. Because when you gain better understanding, you'll be able to apply and implement it in your lives, even in your organization or the organization you work for. This is where I will end my teaching today. If you have any questions, you can ask me. It's only 1 hour that I have used to share with you this morning. We have about 3 or 4 videos which I've promised to create and send to Dr. Lawson for the remaining of the program till Friday. So, any questions? I hope you are not sleeping on me. Please wake up. That is why I didn't. That is why I was trying to involve you all to say something so that we learn together. I will share. Any questions so far? Okay, if you don't have questions for me, I will just quickly ask, because I don't give assignments. I know Dr. Professor Dr. Lawson is very good in giving assignment. Like I said to you, he's a great teacher, a lecturer. I am just an inspirational speaker to steer you up and to help you to shift your mindset from negative to positive, from we can do it to we can do it together. Yes, we can. So let me capture on what we've said before. Can somebody give me the last one? The elements of sustainability. I know I asked the questions right from the beginning. Dr. Lawson also mentioned them. So I just want to recap on what we've learned before I hand over to Dr. Lawson. So can any of you, unless you want me to call your name, mention 4 or 5 elements of sustainability?
Good morning.
Good
Good
morning.
morning, ma'am.
Yes.
Morning.
Good morning.
Okay, thank you so much. Sorry, I'm in transit. That's why
Okay.
my video is not on.
That's
But let me maybe put it on. Okay, before 5 that you mentioned, elements of sustainability, we have social,
yes.
economic,
Social, yes.
social, cultural,
Yes.
economical,
Yes.
environmental, and human.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Right.
Okay, I have a question. Sorry.
Okay, you have your own question. Okay, what's your question?
Okay, so at a point I ran a school. I run a school now. And there was a time when I started out doing it was more of a CSR. I was practically doing it free, very, very affordable, maybe like 5,000 or so a term and all that, just because I wanted to include those who couldn't afford. Sorry, just because I wanted to involve, educate those people who I saw that they were at home, they couldn't afford to send their kids to school. I can tell you that a lot of these people were quite ungrateful. Apart from the fact that they were hardly coming to school, they were not frequent, they didn't appreciate the value that was being given. Then even the little you want to collect, they throw insults at you, make you feel like you are wasting your time with them. So sometimes so at a point I just packed up, re-strategize and increase the fees to meet, more people that will actually value education or value it. Then maybe on Saturdays I will do a CSR. I'll bring in some board games, trying to enlighten these children. And some of them feel that it's a waste of time. They don't even know the value of a child learning chess, learning Scrabble, all those cognitive, trying to involve the children with cognitive skills that can help them reason and acquire a lot. But I don't know, how does one manage that? At what point do you get upset and just let everybody just mind their business? That's my question.
I didn't get your question. I get your.
At what point will someone say that I'm no more going to try and please anyone or try to include people, try and reach those people who cannot afford things? I'm not interested anymore.
How long have you been doing the business?
I did it that way for about 2 years plus.
I think it's a time for you to upscale your business.
Okay.
Okay. And for you to upscale your business, you need to go back to those people that have really benefited from your business and let them write a report about what they've learned, their experience. So you can use it as your own testimonial. Because if you are raising a business, if you are raising the standard of your business, you want the new stakeholders or the new clients or the new customers do you want them to build their trust in you?
Yeah.
And for them to build their trust in you, they want to see first, what have you done for the past 2 years?
Okay.
So yes, you might think that you've wasted your time, but still motivate them to write, even if it is just 3 or 4 statements, to write about what they are, their own experience, what they've gained from the services you provided for them. So they can write it, or they can, they can write it, they can video it, and they can send it to you. And that is what you will gain, even though you make the services free from them. But now that you want to raise your standard, you need some evidence and testimony to reach that level you want to reach. Is that okay?
Okay. Yes, ma'am.
Of 2 years is enough for you to be doing banking. You need to raise your you need to raise your standard up. While you are raising your standard up, I'm glad you mentioned that. You also need to upgrade your knowledge. When you started your program, do you have any certificate at all?
Yes.
For example, have you been on any diploma training like the one Dr. Lonson is providing? Have you been to any?
No. I haven't. Everything was just on education. I've not done any diploma in such this training.
Okay. So you might want to make sure be a regular scholar of that one, not because I know Dr. Lawson always do this program nearly twice a month or something. So you might want to share with him, okay? And
Okay.
tell him your skills. I'm sure he can provide any training in that area, so that when he now finish the training and you're able to do the assignment and everything, you'll be able to release a diploma certificate for you, plus the one you are doing right now. You need to print it out, you need to frame it and put it where you operate. So that's
Okay.
another credibility. So the certificate, the diploma certificate, you print it out and then you place it where you are, so that when other people that want to, it might be new people entirely, that will be your new customers. It might be the regular ones, but then it will be like a sign that you've raised your capacity, you've raised your ability, and that is not a business as usual. So your testimony and then your certificate based on the services you are providing. Okay?
Okay. Thank you very much.
Okay. Any other question, please? Okay, Cecilia. Thank you again, Emma, for your question. All right, Cecilia, I am with you. Any question? Cecilia, I think any other person that want to ask question? I have only 10 minutes more for questions.
Yeah, thank you very much,
Hold
ma'am.
on, Adam.
You
Hold on a second, Adama. I think Cecilia can, she's the one that raised her hands up. So can you ask your question, please?
Hello. Good morning.
Good
My
morning.
question goes this way. As a as a leader, you have a target to meet, and people you're carrying along are not following what they are delaying you. As a leader, what are you expected to do?
My next video will be on that leadership thing, but let me just answer your question.
Thank you,
I might even decide, I don't know yet, it depends on my program tomorrow. I might surprise Dr. Lonson if my program does not clash. I know I've said some principles on using the Zoom, because we've raised our standards to another level. So I might see what I can do if I have to release the video, or if I have to call you back to come and join me tomorrow. I'm impressed with 13 participants this morning, or this, yeah, I'm impressed. So let me see what we come up in the next 2 hours. I will discuss with Dr. Lonson. But if I can't bring you back to this Zoom tomorrow, I will release the video. But I believe that you will learn also from the video. To answer your question, yes. As a leader, you set up your goals. You want to achieve those goals. And it looks like the people that are working with you are not really in your level, if I put it that way. You know, they are not flowing with you, and that one can reduce or slow you down. I think that is the question. Is it? Let me use myself as a point of contact. Let me use myself as an example. I have so many dreams and so many visions, so many things I'm doing. But then I involve others to work with me, okay? But one way or the other, it's just like a situation. They are slowing me down. Sometimes they have that mentality of it's not their business, it's not their organization. Some of them are even focused on, if you don't give me certain money, I won't be able to operate personally. So there are so many reasons where people will do such thing. But my sister, it's your vision. You understand? You are the dream. Either they support you to that level or not, keep doing what you are doing. If you have to learn some skills, I mean, within a short period, I didn't plan to use Zoom when I started my business. And even I didn't plan to be moderating. I didn't plan all that, even to plan. I've been doing this. I've been a personal secretary to the director of so many business organizations here in UK. So I knew how hard it is to form an event, to do organization, to do a business. I didn't have anyone. So I have delegated these ones to others to do. So that is, you understand? But then they didn't see the vision the way I saw the vision. They didn't understand the vision the way I understand the vision. They are not a visionaire. And it's not their business. So what else do you expect? But I will encourage you. 2 things you can do. Number 1, you need to start inspiring them, motivating them. I told somebody one day, I said, those people they are working with you, they are voluntary. What have you done because yes, you are not paying them. Or maybe you need to give them some tips if you have, but if you don't have, you don't have. A simple award can motivate somebody to do more. A simple certificate of thank you so much, recognizing the job they are doing for you. So you need to find a way to motivate them. Maybe you need to give them some tips. Maybe you need to give them some awards or certificate. Something to just honor them, something to just recognize what they've done, because that one alone can discourage anyone not to work. So you need to inspire them, you need to motivate them. You also need to be reminding them of your vision. Probably you need to let them know that whatever they are doing now, they will benefit from it in the future. Even if they move on, whatever skills they've developed while working with you will help them in the future. So that's also another way. So you share your visions to them. You let them understand it. This is the goals I want to achieve. This is the mission that we were placed and want to work on. I believe a sensitive person out of those ones will sit down and think and be lifted, be encouraged, and work with you. And if at all, none of them or some of them decide to continue where they don't let them go. Still put them there. But you show example for them to follow. Because sometimes it's so easy for us to delegate job for others. Where we leaders, we don't understand what we are doing on a point. But if you show example, it will motivate them because they said action speaks louder than voice. So show example how you want your business to go forward. So once you have motivated them, once you have empower them, once you have shown them and shared them with them, and you've showed example, I believe that will be an energy for you to move on without slowing down. You don't need to slow down for anybody. Time is too short, and you have a lot you want to achieve. You have a big goals you want to achieve. And I believe that you are looking into 5 years, 10 years, many years to come. So don't let anyone slow you down. But saying that, you can motivate them, you can inspire them, you can award them and recognize what they have done, and also encourage them, reminding them of the mission of your organization. And then you yourself show example so that they will know that, yes, they are with you, but at the same time, you are not shying away from you being the lead of that organization. Have I answered your question? Cecilia?
Yes, Prof. Thank you very much.
Okay.
I'm really impressed with your answer.
Yes.
God bless you, ma'am.
So look around, motivate them, inspire them, or maybe also in another way, some of them are facing their own challenges. You understand? So go extra lengths to get closer to them and see what is really troubling their mind. Maybe you can help them. Maybe you can support them. So you inspire them, you motivate them, you encourage them and remind them again of the goals that you want to achieve, and then show example so that they can see you on the lead, and then you will keep moving and not stopping. Is that okay? Any other question, please?
Yes, Prof. Thank you very much.
Okay. Any other question? Okay.
Thank you, Prof. I'm very impressed. Thank you. God bless you.
God bless you, ma'am. God bless you. I'm going to hand over now to, unless if you have any question before I hand over to Dr. Lawson. Any other question?
Yes, yes. Hello,
Hello?
hello. Yeah, my name is Daros Achibashu, and firstly, let me appreciate you for the class. It was knowledgeable. It was exciting. At least we learned a lot of things today. But I want to also appeal to the team, the PCCF team, to please share the note with us. Some of these things you are saying is very essential. So I think if you share the note with us, it will be very, very good for us. I think we can use it. Even those that were even shared in the chat room, if we can share this note through PDF, it will be very, very exciting for us. So for me, that's why I suggest. Thank you. Thank you so much for the class also. Thank you.
Thank you so much for that suggestion. Very great suggestion. I guess you are from Liberia. You are from Liberia, I guess, because I know that I've got so many students from Liberia, and they ask the same question of having the notes of the teaching. As far as I'm concerned, I will not release the until ending of the week, because I want to make sure that, because it's one thing to share the notes and for people to just pass the notes somewhere else. You understand? But when you listen attentively in the class, then it will encourage any teacher or lecturer to release their notes, because they spent a lot of time preparing for that note. And because this is my part one, the notes that I will share, everything was in together in one slide. So I can't release it when I haven't even reached my half of my teaching. So, but by Friday, after our teaching on Friday, then you'll be able to get the notes, and I will send it to Dr. Lawson. He can decide who he will give the notes to, and then you will have all the videos. Is that okay? Thank you so much.
All right. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Also, thank you for the teaching. It was exciting. Thank you.
Yeah, I try to, even though I'm not a great teacher, but I still try to make it more. So I hand
It
over.
was fun. It was fun. It was...
So like I said, in the next 2 hours, I will know if I'm releasing the video tomorrow or I see what's, because this Zoom link is only for today, and it depends on what I have in place. After discussing with Dr. Lonson, we will know what to do about that. Because definitely the video will be available. But for you to be responding by asking questions, it's even more better. But that will depend on how many people that will be joining, because I don't want to spend all my time preparing this on that. And then I'm encouraging you all to come and listen, and no one is opening their camera, no one is joining the Zoom section. Then that is not encouraging. So, but today I'm impressed. At least we have about 13. And I've noticed at least 1 or 2 people have opened their camera. I want to appreciate you, because it helps when we converse with one another. It's the best way to understand what is being said, because not only the voice you want to hear, you want to also see the way the person is presenting. You want to see both, because when we talk of communication, have you been to a class before where the teacher is not there and you are all sitting in the class and they are playing the audio or even the video? The way you will accept things will be different from when the teacher is physically in the class. Am I right? Am I right? I know we all have the
Yeah,
challenges.
yeah, that's true.
Yes, I know we all have challenges of all this connectivity, the data, the electricity, and all that. But we can, if you determine that you want to do it, you can do it. Okay? I mean, look at me. Like I've got only Cecilia and Barrios facing me. Others are just hearing my voice. It's not enough. So if you want to encourage one another, especially when these things are being recorded and is also on Facebook, so you know how important it is to open our camera. And also, please, if at all I'm coming back, let me see. If I come back here with the Zoom, that one, I would like people to respond. If I come back tomorrow with a Zoom, who will join us? Nobody. So I'm not coming back with
No,
this.
definitely, yeah.
No, no,
No,
no,
no.
we are here.
We are here. We were Jones. Yeah, we were obedient.
Eh?
We actually learned a lot today. Yeah.
So how many people? I need to count. Dr. Lonson, please help me. Who are the people that would like to come back to this Zoom? Or who will come and
I'm one. Yeah, yeah.
invite somebody else to come with them to this Zoom?
No, I'm
Yes,
also
I'm
one.
one. I'm in.
I can only say only 5 people. 5 is not enough
I'll be
for me
available.
to sit down for 1 hour. So I'm
Your,
counting. I'm
Your
counting.
Excellency, all of them will join.
Speak for yourself, Dr.
Everybody,
Lonson.
everybody will join.
No, 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 no. Doctor, you are on your own. Speak for
I
yourself.
speak on behalf of. Okay.
Because to be honest with you,
No,
we've raised
no,
the standard.
no.
I will tell you something. Let me tell you something quickly. We've raised the standard that whenever the Y.Y.C.I academic is due, I think I discussed that with Dr. Lonson. No matter, whenever anyone want to use the Y.Y.C.I academic Zoom link, they have to pay. And guess how much they are paying? $100 for 2 hours. Yes, it's $100 for 2 hours. For any organization to want to use this platform, because we raised the platform, we raised our standard. After operating for 3 years or 3.5 years, we're going to be 4 years next month. For anyone that wants to use this platform, we pay for £100, $100 for 2 hours lecture. Even for less, between 1 minute and 2 hours, it's $100. If you're going to use 4 hours, then, it's going to be $200. So even if it is 30 minutes, you want to use this platform, because we have to pay for security on this platform. You have to pay for other things. I just recently paid the Zoom for another extra security. And Zoom is not common, especially when you are going into the premium. The last time I paid almost 400 for a year. So I know what I'm talking about. So let me ask the question again. If I really, really say I am impressed about those people that have joined today, and they can double it up, and then they can be partake it, and they can open their camera. If I see your response today, then I will discuss with Dr. Lansing, and he can have it free of charge tomorrow. So who is ready to come to this platform tomorrow and bring at least 1 or 2 people with them? Who is ready to do that? Yes?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay. Who is ready to open their camera tomorrow? Yeah?
I will.
But that
Yeah,
doesn't,
I'm ready. I'm ready.
and that doesn't mean that others cannot without opening their camera, because everybody has their own excuse. Or if they want to do it, they can do it. You understand? And even if you don't open your camera, you come and join, but make sure you invite others to come and learn with you. Is that okay? The final question I would
Sure,
like to
ma'am.
ask you, I said right from the beginning,
Yes,
I'm not
yes,
your
ma'am.
teacher, I'm not your lecturer, I'm not an academician, okay? The last question I need to ask you, have you benefited from my inspirational nugget of wisdom today? Have you learned anything at all?
I have a lot.
Only
No
one
problem.
speaking.
Yes, Dr. Lucas.
Uh,
I've learned a
Yes,
lot,
ma'am.
and you have
I have.
motivated me today.
Okay. So I want to believe few of you have benefit from it, so I've not wasted your time. Is that the case?
Yes, ma'am.
Right.
Yeah, sure.
That's fine. So
yeah,
let me discuss with Dr.
yeah,
Lansing. That's good. Let me discuss with Dr. Lansing in the next 2 hours, and then we will conclude, and then he'll be able to tell you what's our conclude. Okay? About tomorrow, Friday. So on this note, I hand over to Dr. Lansing, the founder of PCCM.
All right, thank you so much, Your Excellency. Let me seize this opportunity to appreciate God Almighty who brought us all together to be part of this great gathering. It hasn't been easy. Many of you that have never seen my face before, I can see Cecilia, her smiling face, and I can see
Glad to hear
Simon
from
Okoro,
you.
just a second. I really want to appreciate each and every one of you. Yeah, Your Excellency, Dr. Queen Elizabeth, my own mother, God bless you, man. God bless you. I will remain grateful to you and also to your leadership quality. A lot have been said. Before I will say 1 or 2 things, let me quickly address one of the questions that earlier asked. Our mother have also have answered you already. Uh, Your Excellency, MM is part of PCCF, although she's a secret agent. She refused to show herself, but thank God that she has shown herself today.
What kind of secret agent? Oh no.
She refused to show herself. She has been there observing, but thank God that God have captured her today. Yeah, consistency is very, very important.
Yeah.
If you have done something and maybe you notice that no one is appreciating, a lot of those that have so far maybe seen you earlier back out of your vision, please continue. Don't stop there. Our mother here have taught me a lot. There was a certain time that I nearly give up in this PCCF, but because of her encouragement, she always advised me at our private conversation. She never stopped. And I look at everything, both the responses in the class, both the attendance in the class, but some people will just come and collect certificate and go like that. When you ask them for them to maybe to respond, no way. Some will even go behind you to blackmail you, a lot of things. So when I look at all these things, I say, why am I putting this for the people? Let me just Kokoma close this platform. But she drew my attention and said, no, consistent. She kept preaching that word to me. And here I find myself, here we find ourselves together laughing, rejoicing. I give kudos to God Almighty who has brought her and brought us all together. Thank you so much. So, amen. Continue the good work. Don't stop there. Don't stop there. God Almighty is going to bring people that will value your vision. And at the end of the day, you will stand a chance to say, God, thank you. Now, to you all that have joined today, most importantly, my Liberia friends, brothers and sisters, I love you all. Expect me soon with my team in Liberia. Very, very soon. We will be there. We will be there. So please, this class will continue tomorrow and we also will continue this evening by 8 p.m. Nigerian time. We have a lot of people that have attended to their class. Our time will not permit us for us to call their names, but we are going to at least bring out another strategy by giving the certificate to the attendees. Only those that have joined this Zoom class. If there will be another Zoom class tomorrow, we'll also take record of tomorrow's attendance. We are going to work on this list. We are not working on the list, on the WhatsApp list. We are working on this particular. We have all the certificates ready. All the certificates are ready as I speak with you. But we are only going to release this certificate to those that have joined this Zoom. And if there will be any subsequent Zoom coming up again, we'll also take attendance. So please, 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 I am seizing this opportunity to appeal to you. As we end this class today, if there will be any other Zoom class tomorrow, please ensure that you bring those of your friends that you know their names are on our platform for certificate. Bring their names. Let them join this Zoom tomorrow if there will be any Zoom tomorrow. That's why I say if there will be. But if there will be no Zoom tomorrow, we are going to work on this particular list here to give out the certificate so that it will stand as a chance to those that always be at the behind to observe things. And on the other area that the person requested for PDF, please, I want to appeal to you. I have about 2 or 3 students on this my platform that whenever we drop our WhatsApp lecture, they will pick it up, form a PDF, a volume of it for themselves. And I have a lot of them sending it to me. So please do not expect us to give you a PDF lecture, please. You can pick it up from that platform. That is why you are there. You are there to learn, to acquire more knowledge. So you don't give everything to your lecturer, to your teacher to do it for you. Pick it up from there, then form a PDF for yourself. It will help you tomorrow. So all the same, I wish you all good day, and I wish you all safe returns in the evening. Thank you so much, and God bless you.
Right. Thank you so much, Dr. Lonsing Tom. the founder of PCCF, for the opportunity given to me and others to learn and also to share on this platform. On this note, I want to say thank you so much since you've enjoyed, and we believe that you will go out of your way to tell others that they need to come back, or some of them to join tomorrow. Let me emphasize on this. Can somebody tell me if I decide to use this Zoom tomorrow morning, can somebody remind me again, what time does it start? What time are we supposed to be there? Yes?
10 a.m. your time?
Thank you so much. 10 a.m. is 10 a.m. If we have started 10 a.m. today, we could have finished earlier on. And every one of you can go to wherever you want to go, whatever you want to do. Time is so important. I don't operate on African time. I know if you've heard that slang before. My 10 o'clock is 10 o'clock. I like to start straight away at 10 o'clock. And that is more reason why when we plan the Zoom, when we create a Zoom time schedule, we always make it 9:45 so that we can chat, we can network, we can introduce ourselves, we can do whatever, we can sit down comfortably before we start at 10 o'clock. So that's also another policy that we are trying to embrace. So if you are joining us tomorrow, I noticed that, I don't know, maybe it's the connection, but I noticed that towards the end, while we are asked doing the question and answers, I noticed that one or two people are just joining. I don't know if they've joined before and the internet is their issue, and that is why they joined that time. But let me just assume that whoever joined during the question and answers are not just joining for the first time on that time. A good student needs to be there, listening, involving or participating, asking questions, and get better understanding. Because that is the way your certificate will be valuable if you implement what is being taught. Well, we get it. But if you join at the end, how do you want to learn from what we've said so far? It could be what you missed is the key or factor or the element that you need to move you to the next level. So please, let me encourage you to join as early as possible so that we can start together and finish together on time. On this note, I will just go straight to say, I'm impressed so far with the contribution and every other thing. And I will release this Zoom, new Zoom, send it to Dr. Nelson, and we can be back again tomorrow morning. Did I hear thank you?
Thank you very much, Dr. Bukai. Thank you.
I just released $100
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you very
services
much.
to you.
Thank you.
Not,
Thank
so
you,
much,
not,
man.
ma'am.
not,
Thank you.
not
Thank
only
you.
for, not only to Dr. Lawson, but to every one of you. My $100
Thank you.
I
Thank you
just
very much,
released to
ma'am.
you. So,
Thank you so much, man.
exactly. So let's come back together
Thank
tomorrow.
you.
I've already prepared my video,
Thank you.
and we all going to learn together. And then probably we will create all those videos like Dr. Lawson had just said, which I agree with him. Honestly, you don't need my notes. Whatever you want to learn it on the platform. Focus on your learning curve on the platform. You understand? I didn't even know, I just heard from him. I didn't even know that some people can duplicate your slides. I didn't know that. I didn't know. So that is also another lesson that I learned today. While you are releasing your slides, Somebody else can just duplicate it and it will look like they are lecturing on another person's slides. Let us wake up from all this laziness. It doesn't help. It doesn't help. And it doesn't increase our capacity. So let us not develop that habit of copying others and duplicating others and making it as if it is our handiwork. You cannot get a praise on somebody else's hard work. We all work hard. In fact, I can tell you that when I was preparing for this lesson, because as an inspirational leader, anybody can just give me any topic, but not that I know everything, but I have to research. I can tell you that when I was researching for this particular topic and I was sharing with you today, I slept 4 o'clock a.m. because I went to a conference, a church conference. I came back, I was really tired. And then I started. Even I was recording when I had my own emergency. You could have received the video on Friday, on Monday or Tuesday, or because of the emergency that happens to me. So that is why I decided that I will let off this $100 and do this Zoom for you today. But I prepared. I make sure that I prepared for it. I research. When you research, then you understand, and then you want to put up. Sometimes you use other people, yes, but you have to be ready to explain it. That is where your authenticity will come. So, but if you are just copy and paste, it will not help you all. That doesn't make you a good leader. I slept 4 a.m. 4 a.m. in the morning. I started these things around 10 o'clock in the night. And then finish it up 4 a.m. So that's how important it is for us to always prepare ourselves for our handiwork. Even if you have to copy or because definitely we borrow from others, but be willing to be able to use your own terminology for others to understand. I'm a very simple person. And you can see the way I was using example of my experience when I came to Africa. Very important. Because we want to relate to life, to reality. So if you are in the midst of cut and paste of other people's slides and making it as if you are delivering a lecture, it doesn't work that way. Dr. Lawson is a very good teacher. So learn the good thing and gain better understanding of what you are learning and transfer it to your own understanding to present to others. That's what makes authenticity different from Google or any other social platform. So that in the future, the people that are listening to you, they will know the difference. What you talk from your heart, even if you are using other things and stuff like what you explain is what that will take them wherever they are going because they gain better understanding. So it's very important that we do that as a leader, please. On this note, I presume we're going to see ourselves tomorrow. I will release the Zoom link. I will send it as soon as possible to Dr. Lawson now that you all know that we are coming back to the Zoom. Okay? But don't let it be me, myself. Invite others to come and learn with you because that is what Dr. Lawson wants. He has made this program. When I saw the list, like he said, I might not be an agent, but I know everything that is going on the platform. The last time I checked, it was 30-something people that register for this free diploma certificate. And we have only 12 on this platform. It's not enough. So let's remind others. Unless if they don't have the Zoom facilities or they are working where they cannot be able to tune in. That's a good excuse. But for others, online training, you need to get a full, better understanding. It's beyond the certificate that will be released to you. Because if you don't understand anything being said, it's of waste your 1 hour. But if you understand it and you apply it, then you've made use of your hour. Okay. So release me to go now. I'm going to, because I'm the host of this program. So Dr. Lansing, what else do you want me to do? Do you want me to end it now?
Okay, Your Excellency, I want you to end it now. Thank you.
Okay. First of all, I want to also encourage you that we've got few people that joined from Facebook, and I want to acknowledge them and thank them. Ambassador Isaiah, and we have Izo Daniel, we have Nona Kava, maybe you know them, maybe they are part of your students, or they are just our regular Facebook fans. So if you can take note of that, Dr. Lansing, Ambassador Kwangwi Isaiah, and Izo Daniel, and Norma Covers. And I believe many people also have joined us. We have 76 people that passed by that have played the video. We have comments as well. Many people commented. And then we have 4 people and many more that will watch it later on today. So making it live screen for Facebook also helped to expand our capacity. So I want to say thank you so much for the opportunity, Dr. Lonsington. And thank you also to all our great achievers, our great learners, our great change makers. Thank you for joining us this morning, this afternoon. It's already 12:21. Thank you so much. So please be there on the WhatsApp to continue your teaching. Like I always say, I'm just planning. I'm just preparing your heart. Everything I've said so far is the foundation. The great teachers be able to nurture it and teach you more on these topics. So tomorrow we're going to be sharing on the key and competency. Let me see. Tomorrow we'll be sharing on, we'll be sharing on everything you want to know about the sustainability leadership executive, the competency, the behavior. So maybe we will answer some of your questions as well, and a leadership that is also operating on sustainability. So that's what we're going to be discussing tomorrow. So prepare your question, prepare yourself, and please be here on time. God bless you all. Bye-bye. So I've been given a opportunity.
Thank you so much, Your Excellency. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much, man.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Lucas. Thank you very much. See you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Lawrence and Dr. Lucas. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
And you can also thank Dr. Lansing, because without him, we can't do this program. So please express your gratitude to Dr. Lansing.
Yeah, thank you, Dr. Lawson. Thank you, Dr. Lawson. Thank you. Yeah.
Okay.
innovative.
So on behalf of all of us, we want to say thank you, sir, Dr. Lonson Tom, the founder and director of PCCF. Thank you. May God bless you all. Have a wonderful